216-578-1007 if you want to join us live. 800-348-1007. Want to send me a text, 35192. I'll have another $1,000 for in about 8 minutes. 2:30 is the next chance for you to go fund to yourself. So you have 4 of those chances here on the show. 30 past the hour until 5:30. So just listen for those words, and maybe you can win something. Guardians had a really good weekend against the Blue Jays. I think Toronto ended up winning 1 of 4. The final yesterday was 4-3 here at home. They are in Chicago tonight to play the White Sox. I'm going to be home for a few days, end of the month, and the White Sox are going to be playing the Cubs.
Oh, that's a big
on
deal.
the south side.
Oh.
And
what's that? Is that still guaranteed rate field?
Boy.
Guaranteed rate field. Because I said to Gwen, I go, we should go to the game. And she goes, where is it? And I go, Comiskey. She goes, She's like, because I get it. They're more fun if they're at Wrigley.
Yeah.
But that's not our home field, you know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. But Guardians, White Sox tonight, 8:10 first pitch here on WMMS. That's the first at 3. You can also hear it on the iHeartRadio app.
White Sox had a decent weekend, too.
Yes,
I think
they did.
They're a game ahead of the Guards right now.
Yeah, White Sox looking good. They're both at about 500. So, but again, the Blue Jays are my C team, and they're still doing fine.
Yeah.
But I have no issues whatsoever with the Guardians taking 3 or 4 there. So, good for them. Keep in mind the word you want to use at CLE Clothing Company for whatever they're doing is Mayday, and that'll get you 20% off all this month. Hence the name. My daughter witnessed her first car crash over the weekend. That was exciting.
Oh, man.
We were coming out from doing, on Saturday, we were coming back, I was picking up some lumber for something I was working on, and we're sitting there, I'm in the turn lane waiting to go north, and there's a girl across from me, youngish girl, maybe early 20s, in like a Ford Explorer, and she's waiting to turn to go south. And apparently she had her nose a little too far into the oncoming lane or wasn't paying attention. I don't know. And this guy comes alongside me, bam, and just smashes right into this girl. And he didn't hit her head on, but he sheared off the front of her car, and his car goes up on the curb, and it was a whole thing. And I'm like, holy cow, did you see that?
What was Nora's reaction?
It was right there. Well, she's back there going, but she saw it because I think she was looking forward, and she's like, what happened? What happened? And then this guy gets out, and he's flipping out, older dude, looked kind of grizzled, camouflage coat.
That's what it was. She couldn't see him.
Right. And so the girl did not, her airbag went off. I could see her airbag went off. She didn't move. This girl looked terrified to even get out of her car. She's on the phone, and then, And so then, but it was pretty wild. Nobody got hurt.
That's always good.
That's good.
It's fine.
Would
have been more fun for the kid if somebody had been mangled, but, that's what real life is.
Back when I lived on Detroit, there was a person, I don't even understand how it happened. Things just happen in a split second, but I don't understand how you just hit a pole. It's not in the road. You had to literally veer off the road and hit a light pole. And that's exactly what happened. I was just sitting at the intersection, and this person just must have not been paying attention, swerved head on
Yeah,
into
if you're
the
texting and stuff like that, that's not hard for people to do.
I don't.
Or maybe they passed out. That happens where someone has a little. I mean, that's a medical condition that people have where they'll pass out.
I don't think they're supposed to drive like that.
I mean, if you don't know you have the medical condition.
Until you pass out.
Yeah.
Narcolepsy or something?
Turns out I was a narcoleptic behind the wheel.
Narcolepsy, but I mean, if you just have something that happens that causes your blood pressure to drop, I mean, this is why Erica was always very nervous about driving because
Correct.
It could happen to her.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened, but seeing that was just shocking because I had to look twice. I'm like, did this person really just crash into a light pole? And everyone's just kind of don't know what to do. I'm like, should I get out? And then I don't know if there was a cop nearby because I know no one called the police that quick. But they're always over there. This was over there by Brothers Lounge not too long ago.
Oh, yeah.
So they're always on that part of town. So they come rolling up and headlights. I'm like, okay, my job's done here.
Well, there's always a couple of good Samaritans who will get out, park their car and cross 4 lanes of traffic and walk over. And there's I go, why is this woman walking across 4 lanes here? I thought maybe she knew somebody, but she's just standing there on the tree lawn on her phone. I'm like, what are you doing? And this is also the type of collision where I imagine it would be very difficult to assign blame because I assume that this girl had her nose a little too far into the oncoming lane, but the guy might have tipped over too. I mean,
Yeah.
he might have kind of just leaned over a little bit and didn't see how far she was out. So
Yeah.
I don't know, but I mean, he took the quarter panel off the driver's side of her car, and then as we made the turn, and I saw a couple squad cars showing up, I got a kind of a good look at the other guy's car, and his car was mangled. So just that quick turn lane collision really jacked. That'll ruin your day, boy.
Oh, yeah.
That is a day
Absolutely.
ruiner. And I'm explaining this to my daughter. She's like, "Are they going to be okay?" I go, "Yeah, they look fine." The guy's out walking around. The girl's
Just frustrated.
not leaving her car. Yeah, because then starts this wave of just phone calls, and you got to get your car
Insurance
fixed, and that's
claims
not
and-
cheap. Yeah,
yeah.
right. It's a whole thing. So that's the worst part of it. But it was very exciting. It was exciting for her. It was an exciting weekend for me because I found out that there is a Parma Symphony Orchestra.
Nice.
Did anyone know that was a thing? Nope. They are in their 53rd season.
Oh, wow.
It's been around a long time. It's been around longer than me. And I've been around a long time. The Parma Symphony. First of all, Mazel Tov. Congratulations to the Parma Symphony Orchestra. They play over there at Valley Forge High School. I had no idea it was a thing. And I'm friends with Dean DePiro, former Parma mayor. Now, I don't know if I assume he's a patron of the arts. He's an accomplished man. But boy, they had their big spring concert coming up. And I had no idea that the Parma Symphony Orchestra existed.
You gonna go?
I'm not going to go. But these are the kinds of things that I appreciate learning. I've been here in Northeast Ohio a dozen years now. And the Parma Symphony Orchestra predates my tenure here by decades. So it's very exciting. No, I'm not going to go. I don't even know where that school is. And there's simply no way to find out how to get there.
There's no Google.
I don't know what words you're using now. But listen, I think that I don't even know the makeup of this band. I don't know if it's people from the town who play in it. I don't know if people, do residencies. People that are in major symphony orchestras, they'll move around the world, right? They'll be like, this person played with the London Philharmonic, and now they're doing a couple of years with the Cleveland Symphony Orchestra, and blah, blah, blah. I don't know if that's what this is. I don't know if it's townies who know how to play the oboe. I don't know.
Like what Dick's got going on in Dayton?
Well, he's got a whole other thing going on.
Maybe it's like the minor leagues. Like you get into the Parma Symphony, so you can try and work your way up into bigger ones.
It's a farm
I
team.
see.
Yeah,
I see.
They go, I saw you. If you sound that good at Valley Forge High School in the
Right.
gymnasium, you're going to sound great.
You're right. We're going to move you to the
Severance
Chicago
Hall,
Symphony
yeah.
Orchestra or something. The Cleveland, so you can go from the CSO to the CSO.
Yeah.
So the congratulations to the Parma Symphony Orchestra. Listen, I'm late to this one. I'm sure there are all kinds of people listening to this right now who are like, "Oh my God, I'm a season ticket
Seen
holder
them for
from
years.
far back." And yeah, they've got between 75 and 80 players in the orchestra. So that's what a cultural gem for the state's 7th largest city, right? You really need something like that. You need some brass winds, you need some wood winds, but they are currently in their 53rd season. So congratulations to them. So again, all I'm saying it was a weekend of discoveries. A weekend of Mary discovered something about herself. There are no shortage of things that she will get upset with her boyfriend about.
Oh my God! You're already making me sound bad.
No, I'm going to let you do that.
Perfect.
I'm setting it up.
I hate him so much.
Hey, welcome to the party, Alan.
Hey, welcome to the party, pal!
She usually says she hates me. Now she hates you.
No, listen, I'm just going by what you've said, right?
Yes. Do you have to give away money?
Yeah. But you're only stalling for 17 seconds. So get your thoughts in order.
I got 'em.
All right. It's a $1,000 chance for you to go fund yourself. Listen closely and good luck.
The Buzzard wants you to go fund yourself and score $1,000. Enter the nationwide keyword GRAND at WMMS.com. That's GRAND. Enter it now at WMMS.com. And good luck from Buzzard Radio.
Alan, tell Poundcake those light poles talk a lot of trash.
Talk smack, get hit.
Yeah, but where's
With
the
my
where's the
car.
lid?
Yeah, there you go.
Where's the lid?
I was terrified because she hit it head on. Oh, I'm assuming it's a she. I think
Nice.
it was
Nice.
I'm assuming it's a she.
I feel like
maybe
Women
she's
can't
from
drive,
the east.
so-
I don't remember
Whatever.
every detail, but I feel like it was a woman back then. Like I feel like at the time I saw that it was a woman that hit it, an old lady. And I was just so afraid that the pole was gonna fall, and I don't believe it fell. But if you hit something like that head on, and it damages your car, there's a risk that it could fall forward and then just crush you.
Yeah.
So that didn't happen. I'm thankful for that because that
I've
would
seen
have
pictures of
traumatized
that
me.
where it's fallen and then like gone through the car.
That's what I was afraid
Yeah.
of. It was head on, like it had to be perfectly aligned with in her sight. I'm like, is she trying to commit suicide? Like, what's going on?
All right, Mary, go ahead.
Oh my God. I'm going to preface this with two things. One, haven't been in a very emotionally stable place lately. I think that everybody can agree on that.
I don't think you need to preface. I think
think that you need
I think you can cut it down to one preface.
There's one.
Yeah.
Two, I was not expecting anything for Mother's Day. I need to say that up front before I start this story.
Why would you?
Exactly. So I get up and my family, per usual, doesn't have any set in stone plans. As it always is with the Santoras, fly by the seat of your pants, we're going to figure it out. So I wake up and I start making some phone calls. I'm like, hey, what's the plan? I'm saying Happy Mother's Day to my sisters and to my mom, to which they respond back to me, Happy Mother's Day. It's your first Mother's Day having a kid in your life. How do you feel? Yada, yada, yada. And I was like, oh, I guess, because I feel like it's a weird in-between spot being dad's girlfriend. You know what I mean? Like, we live together. I have a hand in the kid's life. I'm not a stepmom. He and I are not married, but it's not just like we're dating. So I feel like relationship-wise, it's a weird kind of in-between dynamic.
Yet, not a mother.
Not a mother. 100%. I agree.
Famously proud of it at the top of the show.
Sure. So I wasn't thinking anything of it. And then they're like, oh, Happy Mother's Day. Oh, thanks. I don't know what to say. I'm kind of playing it off. And then my boyfriend went to go spend the day with his stepmom, and I went to go spend the day with my family. My mom she wanted to go to the garden center and buy everybody plants. That's what she wanted to do for Mother's Day. So she's
Petites?
like, no. Sure, for the sake of it.
Garden Center.
So over the course of the day, my mom and sister are making a deal. What did Brian get you? What happened? Did he say anything? That I'm like, no, he didn't get me
Why
anything.
would they even
This
ask
is
that?
very silly.
He didn't say anything.
Why would you are the only female in your family that is not a mother.
Right.
You think they'd really kind of take it seriously, the demarcation line between mother, not a mother. See, they're trying to be inclusive of you now.
Sure. No, I know that because
Yeah.
they're like, you have a kid in your life that you
In your life.
love and
Yes.
take care of and do things for, right?
Right.
So,
But to your point, not there yet.
right. And
Right.
I was like, no, he didn't do anything. He didn't say anything. So as the day went on is when I started to feel more
They
upset about
planted
it.
the
Oh my God,
seed.
they inceptioned you.
That because
They
then,
planted the seed.
my sister got me chocolate-covered strawberries. Happy first Mother's Day. So they're doing things for me. And then people on
They're
the
happy
internet,
that you're in the cult now.
Well, but then people on like Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, like, hey, Happy Mother's Day, even though you're not a stepmom yet, blah, blah, blah. And so then I started texting a couple of my friends who are stepmoms. And I'm like, were you accepted like right away? Or like, is this a weird in-between spot? How should I be feeling about this? And I'm looking up, stepmom forums and all that kind of stuff.
Your sister's inceptioned you. That's precisely what happened.
It's like you're going to. I just.
Go ahead.
I
you
think
were
it's strange.
You were doing research to start a fight.
No, I was not. I was not doing research to start a fight. I was doing research to see if other. It's just such a weird place to be. And
But
Alan, I
he
don't know
would
that
tell
you, know
you, and you would know.
Tell me what.
You would know.
Tell me what.
He would tell you if that's what the dynamic was.
Okay, so here's where my confusion comes in. So this is someone who's in my life
He
that I
wouldn't even
do
have to
things
tell
for.
you. Strike that. He wouldn't have to tell you. You'd know.
I don't understand I would know what.
If you were considered new mommy.
Right.
Right.
So here's what it is.
Yeah.
As the day goes on, I get increasingly upset. I'm like, all right, whatever. The day's not over. He was kind of a last minute shopper for a stepmom. Maybe he'll come home with a card or something. And here's the thing. I didn't even want anything to begin the day. I didn't. And then it turned into just some appreciation would be nice. Just to say, hey, thanks for being in our life. I appreciate everything you do for my daughter.
I get that.
That's fair, right? I'm not saying I need some big banner that says welcome home new mom or anything like that. But like hey, you do a lot for us that you don't have to do, and I appreciate that. Didn't come. So we're in separate rooms. We have 2 living rooms, essentially. I'm in the back watching Ozark. He's already finished Ozark. So he's in the front watching TV. And I came out
So there's already that.
No, that wasn't on purpose. Anything like that.
All right.
I came out and I got the chocolate-covered strawberries out of the fridge and I was eating them. And he goes, who got you those? And I was like, Lena did. And he goes, why? I was like, it's my first Mother's Day. And he looked at me, he goes, was I supposed to get you something? And I was just like, do you feel like you should have?
No, wrong answer.
Not a wrong answer.
You just said I didn't expect anything, so your answer would have been no, honey.
No, but it would have been nice to say, hey, I appreciate you being in my daughter's life when you don't have to be, right? Is that too much? Is that me being a bitch? Is that me expecting
It's
too much?
absolutely not you being a bitch. There's a big chasm here between being a bitch and say, I'm just saying you got to live up to your own words and thoughts. You said, I didn't expect anything. And then by the end of the day, it becomes, well, it would have been nice.
And again, I still firmly stand by, didn't want a gift, didn't want anything, but it felt like an appropriate day to maybe show some appreciation. And just in a sense of, thank you for being great.
Does he show
with
you
her.
appreciation on a regular basis in that regard?
With his words, no.
With his actions?
Not. It's a hard, like I said, it is a weird spot to be in because he's not always like, I'll do something nice. Like I did a whole thing. If your kids are listening, people tend to get upset about this. I did a whole thing for the Easter Bunny this year.
Yeah.
And he's like, thank you so much. You didn't have to do that. Like that kind of stuff.
Well, there you go.
So in the moment, sure.
Yeah, sure.
But he's like, should I have gotten you something? And I was like, I don't know. Do you feel like you should have? And he just kind of sat there and he's like, well, don't make me
You're
feel
backing him
bad.
into a corner.
I said, I'm not making you feel anything. I was like, and he's like, well, no, I feel like a dick. And I was like, well, I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, no.
It's not on me to make you feel that way.
This is me telling my wife, if you're offended, I don't know what to tell you.
Well, that's what it was. I don't
If
know.
that's
if
how
feel
you
like
took
you
it.
messed up. I don't know what to say.
No.
But we both
Listen,
got
you
upset.
feel how you feel. I'm not telling you how to feel, but
Well, and that's
I think
what I'm saying.
I think it's a weird take.
Is it?
Yeah.
It really, truly, you think that it is?
Yes.
Even if somebody's in, you're like, but you don't have any stepkids, so you wouldn't know.
My wife does.
Okay, but and how did you treat her when she came into their life?
Well, how did I treat her?
How did the kids react? It was good. It was all
It
a
took
family
a while.
dynamic.
Yeah,
Right.
they were little.
Right.
Yeah.
But was it acknowledged and appreciated?
Not for a long time, but she never made any overtures about, because we dated for a while and then we got married and, my kids are grown now, so it's come a long way.
Yeah.
They say I love you to her and things like that, but it took a while. Yeah. But she never made any overtures to me about like, well,
So, okay.
But it's different for everybody. It's different for everybody.
And well, this is what he explained
All I'm
to me.
saying is you, by your own explanation, you started the day going, no, it wouldn't even occur to me.
Yeah, she has a mom.
Yeah, right.
I'm not her mom, and I know that. And I need to make that incredibly clear for people who I know for a fact are going to be like, Mary's so mad at her boyfriend because she's a mom. No, I know that I'm not her mom. I understand that it's not my role. From the beginning of our relationship, he explained to me, I do not need you to be her mom. Completely fine.
Right.
So
You were looking for something from him about her.
Just a, hey,
Hey.
you don't have to do the things you do, and I appreciate that you
Right.
do. That's it.
Right.
So,
Don't start. Mary's getting upset.
Listen,
Don't start.
I know that feeling of you don't have to do the things you do, but you do, and you want to feel appreciated for that. It took a while in my situation, and there wasn't another guy that I was competing with. Like, I came into my situation with my kids, and it was me and their mom. And so I don't remember the first time they like celebrated Father's Day with me, but I don't think it was the first year that I was living with them.
I also did
But
not expect
also-
anything from the kid. I
Right,
was not
right.
expecting a 6-year-old to come
Or
up to
like
me and
even
say
from like
anything or
my
anything like that.
ex-wife. Like I think it took like after we were married, I think that's
Yeah.
when it started going that direction.
So I think what also needs to be said is I have had at least 2 conversations with my boyfriend about being included as the 3 of us, because we have gotten in arguments before where he has seen things as him and his daughter and then me on the side.
Because it's been that way for a long time.
But it hasn't for 2 years.
I understand.
And now we live together, which is different. So I
Right.
was explaining to him, I said, on top of that, me specifically having asked you in the past, please include me in things because like when we went to the water park, he was like, I don't need you paying for our vacation, meaning him and his daughter. And I was like, well, if you want me to be a part of this, you need to start including me. And then we have since had another conversation that was the same. So I explained to him that after
Wait, you could have got a free trip to the water park?
no. When I went through the whole cabana thing from like months ago or whatever.
Yeah.
So I said that's just what this felt like again. It felt like exclusion. Like, this is mine and my daughter's thing, not yours. So then that's
Especially since
when
you live together now.
we live together, and then it makes it even more unclear, where it's like, what do you want my role to be?
Right.
Do you want me to be included? Do you just want me to be Dad's girlfriend who's around every other weekend? Like, what do you want?
Honey, it's Mother's Day. Could you go to the movies for a few hours?
That's what I mean. Like, so,
Go see Doctor Strange. I think it's 3 hours long.
It's only 2 hours long.
Hey,
What? Go see it twice.
They'll saw it 9 times.
Twice, just 2 times.
9.
So he explained to me that he was with a girl before me who also was very adamant about the fact that she didn't want kids, and that he had celebrated a Mother's Day for her, got her cards and a flower, and she freaked out and was like, I am not the kid's mom. Don't you dare do this. We've had this conversation. I was like,
That's a weird response, too.
I was like, that's a red flag. I
You're
hope
with
you
a
broke
guy
up.
who has a kid. Yeah.
Right. And I said, well, I'm, 1, not her. And 2, I feel like our relationship is in a much different place than you're describing that relationship. Coming from never wanting kids and then having you and her in my life, I would have guessed that you would have seen the 180 that's been done here. And,
Hey, my wife didn't want kids till she met me.
and that's what I'm saying, is that, like,
You know why, Bill?
obviously...
Oh, I know.
Alan Cox. Super sperm.
Gotta get something. Gwen's like, I need that inside me.
That's right.
I need it to grow a person.
Yeah!
So I was just explaining to him that I understand how he would be reticent to get me something after that had happened. And his mother passed away. So he's like, this is just not the day that's great for me.
This isn't the
based on-
year either, probably.
What do you mean?
Well, this might not be the year for all this.
Well, and I said, again, like, I cannot say more clearly how torn I was, and I didn't say anything.
Mm-hmm.
I ate my strawberries, and he asked me, and that's what started this conversation. So I didn't come out like, you piece of crap, how dare you! That was not the situation at all. It came up
She comes out wearing a
organically.
sash that says Happy Mother's Day on
Right.
it. Yeah.
It was nothing like that.
I understand.
But it was emotional, and it was when I got more emotional than I thought I would.
Did you get it hashed out?
Yeah, I mean, he just kind of apologized, and we had sex, and it was fine.
Yeah! See?
I feel like this is the dynamic of your guys' relationship.
Yes.
What?
Like,
Fight
do you
sex,
guys
fight
ever
sex.
have sex without fighting first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
we
just
do.
it's just less fun.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel as good.
No, but it was just a very weird
It's like an emotional condom
space.
when you have sex and not fight.
And that's why I talked to my friends who are stepmoms about it, where I'm like, I don't know what this position is, because I feel like I'm doing everything in my power to be a good, influential role model for her.
It is a weird transition to make.
Right.
Yeah.
So wasn't like a big blow up fight. It wasn't something that I came at him attacking for or anything like that. It was just that I felt like it stung a little. My feelings were hurt.
Yeah.
Are you sure you're not going to be a real mom? Because you have been very emotional lately.
I'm going through so much lately, dude. I'm gonna cry so hard.
What are you
this
on your
break.
period? All right,
Yes,
listen.
It's gonna start tomorrow.
I gotta take a break. Mary's
You
gonna,
hope.
oh, this is what it is. Yeah. Let me take a break here. 35192. You want to text? You can listen wherever you are on the iHeartRadio app.
The Alan